And hi again, everybody. It's Silo Rebel basketball tonight. It's the Class 2A District Championships and the District Tournament here from Silo as the Rebels take on the Coalgate Wildcats in this girls and boys doubleheader for the District Championship tonight here on SiloRebels.tv and the Squirtle Network. Glad you're along with us. Kevin Farr on the call tonight as the Rebels take on the Coalgate Wildcats. First contest is the girls matchup. The Lady Rebels come in ranked 8th in the state in Class 2A. Looking to make another run to the state tournament after finishing as state runner-ups a year ago, falling to Howe in the state finals of that contest. Silo comes in 18-7 on the season under the first-year direction of Coach Jake Joe. And the Lady Rebels are winners of 4 in a row as they won 4 games a week ago, all on the road. As the Silo closed the regular season on a 5-game road swing. Dropped the first one at Vanoss and then picked up 4 straight victories last week on the road, including the final game on Saturday night in Pauls Valley against the 4A Lady Panthers. Meanwhile, Coalgate comes in at 5-13 under the direction of Chantel Taylor, and they have kind of been struggled a bit for most of the season. As take a look at the schedule real quick for the Lady Wildcats. Actually, 5-14 is the record for Coach Chantel Taylor's squad, the Lady Wildcats. They picked up early wins. They jumped out to a 3-2 start to the season. Victories against Rock Creek, Tishomingo, and Hayworth. A promising start, but only victories after that was a win over Savannah's JV in the Savannah tournament, and then a win over Savannah later on in the season, actually back on February the 7th, defeated Savannah 45-43 for their 5th victory of the year. Lady Wildcats have dropped 2 in a row, and actually have lost 10 of their last 11 contests coming in to this evening's district finals matchup. So last week, the Lady Wildcats had a couple of games, fell to Toka 57-32 and to Colbert 53-36 in those 2 games a week ago. After actually opened up the week with that win at Savannah, their 5th win of the season. So we're going to have a special presentation here before the start of
At this time, we would like to recognize one of our outstanding athletes, Ethan Wilkerson.
I have a special presentation for sophomore Ethan Wilkerson, who went over the 1,000 career scoring mark last Saturday night. Just a sophomore, but already with
First 2 years total, he's averaging over 21 points per game at 51% field goal shooting.
at
He has 565 rebounds and 11.8 rebounds a game, 118 assists, 193 blocks. He has been a Bryan County All-Tournament. He has been the Bryan County Tournament MVP this last year, Kingston All-Tournament in the last 2 years, and the Bryan County Conference MVP 2022. This young man, as of right now, has 1,009 points.
so Ethan Wilkerson being presented they stretch out the banner now 1,009 points on his career heading into this evening's action, and Ethan being presented out there along with he's surrounded by teammates as making the presentation after going over that 1,000 career scoring mark plateau last Saturday night in the contest at Pauls Valley. And pictures being done out there. Well, the 6'7" sophomore. With that special presentation. Now getting set for the national anthem to begin this evening's contest. Coalgate in the road purple uniforms with the gray trim. We will go ahead and pause here for the national anthem. And the national anthem before this evening's district championship contest here in Silo as the Rebels hosting the Coalgate Wildcats. And as I mentioned, the Lady Wildcats in the road purple uniforms and ready for the introductions. First for the Coalgate Lady Wildcats, 5-14, the season record for Coach Chantel Taylor's squad. And the starters for Coalgate, Faith Grant, the sophomore. Also Brady Wardrope, a junior. Jordana Fuller, another junior in the starting lineup for the Lady Cats. And there's Madison Flint, a junior. And finally, senior Chloe Brown rounds out the starters for Coalgate. It's Brown, Wardrope, Fuller, Grant, and Flint. Now for the Lady Rebels of Coach Jake Jobe, 18-7, the season record. And the introductions for the starters. And it's going to be the regular starting lineup as Riley Pierce will get the start, the 5'7" sophomore, averaging 5.5 points a contest. Also, Tiani Ellison, the team's leading scorer, the 6'1" junior, averaging 22.2 points a contest, along with 9.7 rebounds and 3 block shots. Presley McKnight, a 5'5" senior. She averages 12.5 points a game. 11 threes in the 4 victories a week ago. Shaylin Midgley, a 5'7" senior, averaging 7.6 a contest, along with 4.5 rebounds. Alaria Bell, the 6'1" senior, the final starter, 7.8 points and 5.3 rebounds a contest. So, for the Lady Rebels, it's McKnight, Midgley, Pierce, Bell, and Ellison. Same 5 that have started pretty much the entire last half of the season after Avery Beecham went down with an injury. Beecham has returned to the lineup, but coming off the bench. And we're set for the tip. Ellison's going to jump it up, and looks like Coalgate just defers the opening tip. And it's going to be Lady Rebel basketball to begin the contest. Coalgate working in his zone. There's a lob, goes inside. Larry Bell, and she's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line as the pass went down to the baseline to Ellison. gives it off to Bell, and Ilaria will shoot 2. First personal foul of the contest goes against Brady Wardrobe, and that's her first. Free throw's good by Bell for the first point of the game, and the second one gets the nice roll. Made them both. 13 seconds in, and Silo is up by 2. Down with the basketball. Lady Rebels picking up some token pressure, but Coalgate breaks that. Pass out front, nearly thrown away, but saved there by Wardrobe. She's closely guarded by McKnight. Toss across, and it's headed for out of bounds, but saved, but into the hands of the Lady Rebels. As coming up with the loose ball is Riley Pierce. Down with it. Pass goes inside Bell. Toss out. There's Ellison from 16 feet out. Hits the bucket. Tiani has her first points of the night. Silo picks up its first field goal. Coalgate across the midcourt line into the offensive end. Drive to the baseline. Pass inside. Stolen away by Ellison. Here comes Tiani. She's in transition. Takes it all the way in, and an offensive foul as laying in wait that time for the charge was Jordana Fuller. Takes the charge, and Ellison picks up the personal foul. After the steal, down with it, Fuller, toss inside, nice feed, and bucket is up and good for Coalgate. First bucket for the Lady Cats comes from Madison Flint. It's 4-2. Lady Rebels break the pressure this time, driving inside. Shot is up and no good by McKnight. Rebound off to Coalgate as Chloe Brown has the basketball. Going to feed it to Fuller and across. Pass goes back to Brown on the right wing. Silo in a man-to-man defense. Toss back across. Now they're sinking. Actually, well, it's going to be looks like a matchup zone. For a minute, it looked like a man. McKnight goes for the steal, comes up empty. Toss goes inside, back up with the shot is no good. Offensive rebound and puts back up and good by Grant. So Coalgate with 4 unanswered points after Silo scored the first 4 of the contest. We're tied at 4, 2 minutes into the game. Pass goes baseline. Ellison's going to step back, shoot a 3. It's no good. Rebound is off to Madison Flint. And Coalgate has the basketball. Chance to take the lead for the first time. And there's an errant pass, and it's going to be turned over by the Lady Cats. As it looked like that one was intended for Brown. Silo has it back. Here's Pierce as Coalgate looking to trap right at midcourt. Pierce gets it across to Ellison, now to Bell. There's Midgley, going to fire a 3 from the right wing. That one rims off, no good. And the rebound tracked down, long board there by Fuller. Lady Rebels one and done on that possession. Coalgate back down with it. Wardrobe, pass to Fuller. Now Brown has it. Looking to feed inside to Flint, but can't get it to her. And Midgley comes up with a steal. Here comes Shaylin all the way in, and the layup is good. Midgley with the steal and bucket to put Silo back in front off the Coalgate turnover. Third of the game on the Lady Cats, and a quick Coalgate timeout as Coach Taylor wanted to talk about it. After the miscue. First of 2 games tonight here on SiloRebels.tv and the Squirtle Network, as we'll have the boys game as well. The Rebels and the Wildcats for the district title. Both teams will advance to the regional next week, scheduled to begin on Thursday with the sub-regional right here in Silo. So after the timeout, it's going to be Fuller. Dribbles it up, across, as they broke free from the pressure. Shot is no good inside, and rebound Flint comes away with the loose ball and puts it back up and in. We're tied again, and here's the Silo turnover. Lady Rebels turn it over, driving in, Fuller, and that shot is missed as Ellison was going for the block. I think she came up empty on the block, but Coalgate lost the basketball out of bounds. On another turnover. Beecham is checked in the game. Avery Beecham, the sophomore. Get it across. Here's Ellison on the drive. Takes it all the way inside. She's going to double dribble. Hesitation dribble as she was trying to avoid any chance of another charge there, and they called her for the double dribble. And a turnover there. Coalgate has it back. Lady Cats off to a good start. Here's a steal by Ellison, however. Ellison tries to save it from going out of bounds. It does to Charlie Hampton, who had just checked in as well. Down with it. Here's Midgley. Drives in. Toss. Hampton goes up. Shot is no good, but a foul is whistled, and Charlie's going to the line for free throws. Hampton, the 5'8 junior, and her first one is up and good. Put Silo back in front. Midway point of this opening quarter. McKnight and Midgley check out of the game, and Bell is back in along with Michaela Clark in the contest. And that free throw's no good. There's Bell with an offensive board. Put back try is no good. There's Beecham with a rebound. Toss it back out. Ellison drives in, cut off by two defenders. Pass back out. There's Bell for three, and it's good. Bell off the Ellison assist that time. And Silo tacks on a three-pointer. 4-point lead once again for the Lady Rebels. Fuller dribbles out front. She's got Beecham on her. Now Silo is in a man-to-man defense. Here's a drive all the way in, and a shot is blocked by Bell. Ends up in the hands of Hampton. Here she's out on the dribble. Driving all the way, and a coast-to-coast misses the shot, and the rebound fell behind Hampton, who was headed back on the to the defensive end. Didn't know where the ball was, and Coalgate comes up with it. There's a foul called, illegal screen, and Coalgate's going to turn it over. Lady Rebels have it with a 4-point lead. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. A little bit of a sluggish start here. Been almost a week since they played last. Pass around. Here's Bell for three once more, and that was too hard off the back iron. She tracks down the long rebound, drives in the paint, and gets the shot to fall. Alaria Bell off to another outstanding start, much as she did last week in the Hugo victory. Bell now with 7 points of the 12. And a near steal by Beecham, and it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say it's Silo basketball. So Midgley and McKnight are back in. Let's check the lineup for Silo. It's Midgley, McKnight, Beecham, Hampton, and Bell. 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Hampton. Pass off left wing. McKnight's three is up and good. McKnight, first three-point attempt, falls, and it's a 9-point lead. Coalgate trap at midcourt. Break the pressure there. Pass goes down to the baseline. Now toss inside is knocked away and out of bounds by Midgley. And more subs checking in for Silo. Riley Pierce back in, and Cash Atwood, the 5'3 freshman for the first time tonight. Inbounds pass for Coalgate out front. Here's Wardrope, going to pull the trigger on an 18-footer. It's no good, but another offensive board. Madison Flint has had a couple of those here in the early going. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pulling up for the three. That time is Macy Delosier. Shot is no good. Pierce with the long rebound. Outlet pass. Midgley drives all the way in, and the shot is up and good. Fuller trying to take another charge. Went crashing to the floor Very little contact, however, and Midgley gets the bucket. Down with it inside. Fuller, toss back out. Here's a drive. Shot is up. It's no good. Long rebound controlled by Coalgate. Now another shot is up by Wardrobe, and it's off the mark. Bell has the rebound. Outlet pass. Atwood into the front court. McKnight off to Midgley. Back to McKnight. Thought about the three. She'll drive in now. Be bumped and fouled. As that one's going against Faith Grant. That's already 3 fouls on Faith Grant. 4th team foul. Grant's going to have to check out with those 3 fouls. Tiani Ellison checks back in for the Lady Rebels. She gets the inbounds pass and is bumped, no call. Loose ball picked up on the baseline by McKnight. Tosses back out. Ellison's 3 is short and out of bounds. And it's going to go over to Coalgate on the missed 3. 17-6. Silo picking up at the man pressure all over the court. Fuller, hesitation, dribble, might have traveled, but no call. Wardrobe has it now. Now she does travel, and there's the call. 38 seconds left here in the quarter. Avery Beecham checks back in as Bell is going to get a breather. Larry Bell goes out. She's the top scorer in the game with 7. Beecham directs traffic out front as Coalgate getting ready to trap. Now McKnight has an open drive on the right side. Shot is no good. Ellison had the rebound for a second and lost it. It's on the floor, scrambled for, and it's going to be Coalgate ball on the possession arrow. First tie-up of this quarter. 23 seconds to go. Fuller for the Lady Cats against the pressure, and she's going to travel. Had Beecham on her. There's a little bit of contact there. Officials letting it go, and they turn it over on the travel. Beecham now against the trap. Feeds off Midgley. 10 seconds left. Here's Midgley. Pass to Ellison. She's going to drive in. Underhand shot is no good. Gets her own rebound. Tries to go back up. Can't find an opening. Back out. Shot up by Midgley for 3, and it's no good as the horn sounds to end the first quarter. 17-6 is the Silo lead after 1. Here in the district championship contest. Class 2A district title on the line. 5 Lady Rebels have scored thus far, led by Ilaria Bell, 7 points, 4 for Shaylin Midgley, 3 by Presley McKnight. Tiani Ellison has 2, and Charlie Hampton 1. 17 in total. Meanwhile, for Coalgate, 6 points. It was tied 6-6 before Silo scored the final 11 points of that quarter. 4 of those 6 have come by Madison Flint, the junior. And Faith Grant has the other 2 for Coalgate. As we get set to start this second quarter, it's Silo basketball. Here's Beecham. Pass off on the right side to Midgley. Now to Bell. Original starting 5 back in for the Lady Rebels. Actually, Beecham in place of Pierce. 3 on the way is no good by McKnight. There's Ellison up strong with the offensive putback. Ellison, just her second bucket. And actually, that's just her second rebound. And Silo leads it 19-6. Down with it, we're going to have a carry as Fuller being harassed there by Beecham. It was 7 first quarter turnovers for Coalgate. It's the first here in the second period. Lady Cats fall back in that zone. Beecham out at the top to Midgley, left wing. Now to Bell, high post. Off to McKnight. Bounce pass in traffic is stolen. Coalgate with the steal. Here come the Lady Cats, and going to be a travel as nice job getting back defensively. Beecham and Midgley avoided the layup on the other end by the Lady Wildcats. A minute into this second quarter. They work it around the perimeter. Midgley going to pull the trigger on a three, and it's no good. Long rebound controlled by Jordana Fuller for Coalgate. Gets it across the Wardrope. Wardrope's pass inside, nearly stolen. Now they get it back. A drive. Shot is blocked by Bell. Bell blocks the Macy Delosier shot attempt. Subs check back in. Hampton and Pierce back in the game for Silo. And jumper from the baseline is up and good. Madison Flint has her third field goal of the game and ends a long Coalgate scoring drought. It's 19-8. Pass goes inside to Ellison, and she's going to be fouled. Aubrey Mannion, the sophomore, picks up her first foul. Faith Grant already on the bench with Midgley's three is good. She now has 7 points, and Silo tacks on to the lead. Here's a steal by Hampton. Pass down. McKnight in front of everybody. Layup is good off the Hampton steal. Presley now with 5. Hampton with the steal and assist that time. Coalgate trying to tack inside. That shot is rejected by Ellison, but saved on the offensive board. Here's a long three by Wardrope. It's no good. Hampton has the rebound. Silo out with it. Down. McKnight's going to try a three and hit from the top of the key. McKnight has her second tray of the game. And Coalgate wants a timeout. Lady Rebels on a run. 10 points here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter. And Coach Chantel Taylor wanting to try to slow things down. She takes the timeout with the Lady Rebels up by 19. As I mentioned, regional action is scheduled for right here in Silo, the sub-regional next Thursday, weather permitting. Regionals for the smaller schools, Class A and B, they were pushed back a day due to some icy weather conditions this week. And those began today instead of yesterday in the northern part of the state. Here's a drive, Wardrope for Coalgate. Shot is no good. Rebound off to Larry Bell. Silo has it. Has an errant pass. Picked off there. Fuller drives it all the way down. Stops. Back out. Wardrope thought about the three. Now they'll dish it to Delosier on the right side. Bounce pass goes inside. Now back out front. Hampton out there trying to deflect that pass. Now she's in the passing lane. Wardrope gets it back, however. Fuller dribbles, closely guarded there by Pierce. Now Delosier's going to pull the trigger on a shot. It's no good, but inside position for the rebound and put back for Aubrey Mannion. Off an offensive board. Lady Cats have done a pretty good job on the offensive glass tonight. I think that's the third putback. Three on the way by Michaela Clark is no good. Nobody inside to rebound that time for Silo, and they're one and done. Lady Cats come back with it. Delosier harassed on the right wing, picked up the dribble. Now she'll feed a drive inside. Now back out on the left wing. Shot is no good. Clark has the board. Here comes Silo down with it. Driving all the way inside. Pierce's shot is no good, and Hampton is called for a foul on the rebound. Charlie picks up her first. And it's the second Lady Rebel team foul. And here comes some subs back in the game for Silo. Check the lineup now. It's Bell, Ellison, McKnight, along with Beecham and Clark. Just past the midway point of this second quarter. Here's a long three on the way. It's no good. Rebound off Coalgate inside, and that's an errant shot. And Ellison gets the board this time. She's going to drive it all the way. Stop, pop, and hit. 10-footer for Tiani Ellison, who's got 6 points. The lead is 19. Down with it is Fuller. Toss back out front. Now a drive. Kick out left wing, and that one's going to roll around and fall in for Flint. Madison Flint has 8 to lead Coalgate. She's got 8 of their 12. Bell on the other end tries a three and hits it. Alaria Bell, the first player in double digits tonight. She's got 10 for Silo. The lead is 20. Dribbling out front is Flint. Got Bell on her. Now the pass goes inside, and Michaela Clark's going to be whistled for a foul. Her first, third team foul on Silo. Two minutes, 34 seconds to go here in this opening half. Pass goes inside, and Wardrope, no room to maneuver. There's a shot up. It's no good from Flint. Rebound off to Ellison. She's going to drive it all the way to the other end in traffic. Ball is knocked away, but picked up on the loose ball by McKnight. And she will attack inside the zone. Shot is no good, but nobody inside to rebound for Silo. Down the other way. Lady Cats, three on the way. It's up and good. First three-pointer of the game, and it's Jordana Fuller for Coalgate. First tray for the Lady Cats, and there's Bell to answer once again. Bell's got the hot hand tonight. That's her third tray. Silo back up 20. Answers the Coalgate three-pointer. Pass goes inside, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul called. And they're going to get Presley McKnight on this one. First foul on McKnight. And the free throw is no good. Nevaeh Parker at the line. So Midgley and Hampton check back in for Silo. Next free throw, and it clips the front of the rim and off. Offensive board. The putback try by Mannion is blocked out of bounds by Ellison. Going to stay with Coalgate. Wardrope, drive inside. There's going to be a travel. Flint was trying, looked like for a reverse layup attempt, but got over there, and Ellison was having none of it. She wasn't going to get the shot up. Pass goes across. Now here's Midgley for three, right wing. That one's no good. Hampton over the back on the rebound, and she got her second personal. Ball goes over to Coalgate. Lady Cats break the pressure, but we're going to have a turnover on a travel. Wardrope called with the travel there. Coalgate has slowed down on the turnovers a little bit here in the second quarter after 7 in the first. 6 so far here in the second. Here's Midgley, baseline right, tosses it across. They'll swing it. Here's McKnight for 3, and that one's short in the rebound off to Coalgate. Lady Cats have it back. Under a minute to go. That shot is rejected. Flint's attempt from the baseline. Ellison blocks it out of bounds once again. With 45 seconds to go, inbounds, free, and Parker got free somehow and is able to get the close range bucket. Nobody around her. Now a drive by Pierce. Goes up with the shot. Ellison gets the loose ball. Now back out front goes to McKnight. She's going to pull the trigger for a 3. Long rebound off the back iron, and it goes out of bounds to Coalgate. Lady Cats get it inbounded. Here's Parker. And she's bumped and going to have a double dribble before the foul. And that's the 7th Coalgate turnover of this quarter. Down with it, Ellison off Midgley. Wide open right wing. 3 on the way is good. Midgley off another Ellison assist. Ellison drew the defense. And it's 38-17. Coalgate's going to turn it over for the 15th time in this half. And Macy Delozier in the game. 4 seconds to go. See if Silo can get a shot here. Going to inbound it. And Beecham lets it roll, and she's going to pick it up just at half court. Now the pass intended for Ellison. She gets it. Going to have to fire one from just inside half court is no good. Came up short, and that's the end of the half. 38-17. Silo cruising here at halftime. Heading for the district championship. Leading by 21 over Coalgate. First half numbers look like this. Silo, they caught fire from 3 in the second quarter. 5 3-pointers in the second period. Bell hit 2, Midgley hit 2, McKnight hit 1. And let's look at the individual scoring leaders for the game. It's Hilaria Bell with 13 points already. Shaylin Midgley has 10. Bell has hit 3 trays. Midgley with 2 threes. She's got 10 points. 8 points for Presley McKnight with a couple of 3-pointers. 6 for Tiani Ellison. And then 1 point for Charlie Hampton to round out the 38 total. For Silo in half number 1. For Coalgate, they were led in scoring by Madison Flint. Got off to a nice start, did the junior. She scored 8 points, and I believe 6 of those came on offensive putbacks. After that, scoring was pretty sparse for the Lady Cats. Jordana Fuller had a 3. Faith Grant scored 2, but set out most of that first half in foul trouble, as she picked up 3 quick fouls. Then 2 points for Aubrey Mannion and 2 for Neva Parker in the contest. 17 in total for Coalgate in half number 1. 38-17, the score at halftime. Silo leading Coalgate tonight. Here on SiloRebels.tv and the Squirtle Network in the Class 2A District Finals. We'll take a break. Pause here for about 7 minutes. Be back with you for the second half. Some entertainment for you here on SiloRebels.tv and the Squirtle Network.
Good job, ladies. There's your varsity cheerleaders. Good job, ladies. Just a reminder to all the fans out in the stands that are hungry, they have walking taco. Excuse me, I'm a walking taco. We have a walking taco sale out in the lobby. Make sure you check it out. Also a reminder, we have fifth quarter tonight after the boys game. Fifth quarter, I will have the bus parked right in front of the gym. That's after the boys game. Not the girls game, the boys game.
Welcome back here at SiloRebels.tv, and we get set to start the second half. Lady Rebels up by 21 at halftime. I'm Kevin Farr along with you here in this Class 2A District Championship contest. And let's see out there. Looks like it's going to be start the second half. Lady Rebels are going to send out Presley McKnight, Shaylin Midgley, Alaria Bell, Tiani Ellison, and Avery Beecham to begin this second half. Thus far, Bell and Midgley both in double figures with 13 and 10 points respectively. But it was the three-point shooting of that first half. Silo with 7 threes in that opening half, including 5 in the second quarter. As Coalgate was really sinking hard inside in that zone, guarding against Tiani Ellison around the paint area. Going to be Coalgate basketball as they get it inbounded. That's Brady Wardrope. Now a drive. Fuller all the way inside, and a foul's going to be whistled on the floor. I think they're going to get it on Ellison. Jordana Fuller on the drive that time. Ellison got over late to defend. Her second personal. Coalgate inbounding. Wardrope gets it into Fuller. Back to Wardrope. Now goes inside and in traffic. That ball is knocked away, but getting it back is Mannion. Wardrope now has Midgley all over her. Going to dribble out front. Now gets a screen. Drive inside. The shot is blocked by Bell. Into the hands of McKnight. Silo has it. Bell's third block of the game. And the Lady Rebels have it. For the first time offensively here in the second half. Bell's going to try a three again, and she missed that time. Had the hot hand in the first half. Came up short on that attempt. The long rebound was off to Coalgate. Lady Cats working inside, and a driving shot is no good, but Beecham is whistled for the foul. It's going to be Avery's first personal. And the second Silo team foul. Free throws up and good. That is Mannion. And she's going to get the roll on that one as well. Aubrey Mannion has 4 points. Coalgate with the first points of this second half. There's an errant pass inside intended for Beecham. It's knocked away and stolen. Now Beecham scrambling for the loose ball on the court. Ties it up. It's going to be Silo ball on the possession arrow.
Checking back into the action for the Lady Rebels. Number 12, Riley Pierce.
Crowd still filing in here at Silo. Still got the boys' game to follow. Pass goes inside to Ellison. It's inside the free throw line. Shot was no good. And all purple there to rebound. As the Lady Cats continue to pack in the defense. Here's Wardrope. Splits 2 defenders and finds the lane to the basket and puts it up and in. Brady Wardrope has her first bucket of the night. Coalgate has scored 4 in a row to begin the second half. Beecham pass off. Bell's going to try a three. Left wing. It's no good. Ellison had the rebound. Tosses it up. Is she falling out of bounds and misses? But Silo gets it back. Here's Pierce for 3. And Riley gets in on the three-point act. Got her first points of the game. Silo's first points of this second half. Down with it. Pass stolen away by Ellison. And Bell has it knocked out of bounds. To stay with Silo. Here's Hampton. Is in. And McKnight is back in as Coach Joe continuing the revolving door of substitutions, keeping fresh players out there. Pass, Midgley almost lost it out of bounds, but saves it. I'm going out in front of the Silo bench. Here's McKnight going to try a three and hit it. The three-point bank is open tonight for Silo. It's the 9th tray of the night. Here's a near steal. Beecham on the floor once again. And McKnight along with her going to call a tie ball, and the possession arrow goes to Coalgate this time. Leah Parker's in for Coalgate, and there comes Michaela Clark for Silo. On that dead ball possession, and that ball's knocked out of bounds poked away by McKnight. It's going to go to Coalgate. Stay with Coalgate. And here comes Atwood in on that dead ball. Cash Atwood. Saw action in the first half as well. Coalgate, three on the way. It's no good by Fuller, but there's an offensive rebound once again and put back by Mannion. Aubrey Mannion with the bucket. I'd say half of Coalgate's points have come on offensive putbacks. Hampton tries to force one up inside and lost it. Coalgate comes away with it, and we're going to have a whistle, and Atwood is going to be called for a foul on the loose ball. Ellison will check back in. And Pierce is out. Man-to-man full court pressure by the Lady Rebels. This time, Delosier will drive inside as her shot blocked by Ellison. She's got the rebound. Here comes Tiani out in transition. Shot is no good. Gets her own rebound. And she is hacked on that follow attempt and no call. And the ball is taken by Coalgate. Down with it. Fuller down to the baseline. Toss back out. Officials been letting them play inside. There's a 18-footers up and good by Macy Delosier. First points of the game for Delosier. And that's 8 for Coalgate already in the first 4 minutes of this half. Ellison's going to try a three this time and miss. Lady Cats have outscored Silo 8-6 here in the third quarter. Delosier down with it. Picked up the dribble. She's in trouble, looking for help. And gets it off. Now the ball is loose, and Atwood comes away with it. Here comes Cash all the way down. Stops, goes up. Shot is knocked out of bounds. A lot of contact. Once again, no call there, but it's going to stay with Silo as they say it's off of Coalgate. More subs in. Let's see who's on the floor for the Lady Rebels now. It's Beecham, Bell, McKnight, Ellison, and Hampton. Inbounds goes. McKnight open three. It's no good. Bell battling for the rebound. Tries to save it. Going out of bounds, but into the hands of Coalgate. It's Fuller out with it. She has it poked out of bounds by McKnight. They'll stay with the Lady Cats. Here's Wardrop. Might have traveled, no call there. Shot is no good. Hampton with the rebound. Outlet pass down. Ellison drives, almost lost it, saves it. Now goes up and misses the shot. And down with it is Coalgate. A lot of contact coming this way, no call. There's a steal by Ellison coming the other way, and she is bumped and hits the bucket, and there's a foul call. They finally get the foul called. Ellison just took it strong to the goal once again and was not going to be denied that time. Free throw is on the way. It's no good. Under the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. Here's a steal and taken right back. Coming down with a Wardrope. 3 on the way is no good. Ellison with her 9th rebound. Outlet pass Hampton. She's driving, lost it, gets it back, throws up a wild shot. Went straight up in the air, but a foul is whistled on Coalgate. Better go inside with authority if you want a chance at points tonight. Inbounds pass goes. There's Riley Pierce, right wing. Pass down. Beecham's going to try a 3 from the corner. That one misses. The rebound out of bounds off of Coalgate. Stays with Silo. Inbounds goes. Ellison up strong, and she's fouled, and I think she got hit in the face. Ellison scores. She's got 10 points, but trying to shake that off as she got hit in the face, and the foul is called on Wardrope. So still trying to shake it out before the free throw. Now she gives the official the thumbs up. She's ready to go. Bell gets ready to check in for her, I do believe. And she'll make the free throw. And he's still trying to shake it off. Can't. Having trouble seeing there after they got poked in the eye. Finishes off the 3-point play. Silo by 24. Down with it for Coalgate. Baseline. Pass from Fuller back out front. Here's a drive by Wardrope. And she's going to lose the handle on it. Goes out of bounds. I say it is off of the Lady Rebels. Two-minute mark of this third quarter. Inbounds pass goes and nearly lost, but saved there by Parker right in front of the Coalgate bench, the freshman. Parker closely guarded there. Back out front to Fuller. They swing it down to the baseline. Bounce pass goes inside. Midgley's there to steal that one. And on the drive, Wardrope went for a steal, came up empty. Midgley down to Pierce, back out front. Now errant pass. Midgley tracks it down back near half court. Gives it off to Pierce, back out front. Here's McKnight for 3, and that one misfires. Rebound is off to Coalgate. Down with it, Wardrope. Pass goes inside. It's knocked away and stolen. McKnight out with it this time. She's going to drive it all the way in. Around a defender. Shot is no good. Left it short. And Coalgate has it back. Kind of sloppy play on both ends. Clock running down, the final minute of this third quarter. Shot goes inside. That was blocked by Bell, and getting it back was Mannion, and going to get Bell on the foul the second time. Bell blocked it the first time. Larry's got 4 blocks tonight. Mannion's going to shoot free throws with 34 seconds left in the quarter. It's her first miss at the line. Faith Grant back in for Coalgate. Hampton is in the game now for Silo, and the free throw's good. Mannion makes 1 out of 2. Tacks on a point for Coalgate. Silo having trouble getting inbounded, and they're holding McKnight. She can't get free to get the ball, and as they had her screened off, and Silo's going to turn it over on the 5-second count. Coalgate gets it back. Drive down, shot is no good. Inside, Pierce has the rebound. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Riley's going to bring it all the way down the court. Now look on the left wing to McKnight. To Bell, now back, swing it around. Pierce going to drive all the way inside. A runner in the paint is no good. Hampton has the rebound, goes back up and hits it. Charlie with her first bucket of the contest has 3 points off the offensive board. Here's a long shot as time running down in the third quarter misses. And we played 3, 51-26. Silo up by 25 as we head to the fourth quarter. A little bit of a scoring dry spell in that third period for the Lady Rebels. Just 13 points after scoring 17 in the first and 21 in the second quarter. Looking at the individual numbers, let's see there. I believe 4 players now in double digits, double figures for Silo. As leading the way, still Ilaria Bell with 13. She didn't score in the third quarter. 11 each for Presley McKnight and Tiani Ellison, and 10 for Shaylin Midgley. So 4 players in double figures. And we still have a quarter to play. 3 points for Riley Pierce and 3 as well for Charlie Hampton. Aubrey Mannion with 5 of the 9 points for Coalgate in that third quarter. She now has 7 in the game. Lady Rebel basketball to begin the fourth. Here's Ellison, lob inside, goes up with shot is by Bell, and she went crash into the floor, no call, and the offensive rebound on the opposite side by Riley Pierce. They do get a foul on Coalgate there. Goes on Wardrope. Brady Wardrope's third. Pierce free throws, good. Riley averages right at about 5 a game and missed on that one. She's got 4 tonight. Coalgate has it back. 7:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Wardrope dribbling out front. Ellison steals it. And she's in transition on the fast break. Layup is good. Ellison with the bucket off the steal. She's filling up the stat sheet tonight. Has her 13th point. But that was her fourth steal. Pass goes. Free throw line. A driving shot. That one's blocked by Ellison. Their fourth block. Rebound off to Tiani. Outlet pass down as McKnight had to track down the long baseball pass. Gives it off. Midgley tries a 3. That one off the front iron. No good. Rebound is loose on the court. Bell is tied up there with one of the Lady Cats. That was Parker. And the arrow on the possession goes to Coalgate. Macy Delosier has checked in the game. Oh, we got a whistle. Oh, let's see. Oh, now officials ready to get things back to play. Minute into this fourth quarter. Delosier's pass knocked away by Ellison and out of bounds. Avery Beecham, Charlie Hampton back in. Pierce and Bell will get a breather. Inbounds pass goes to Parker for Coalgate. Lady Rebels still in that man-to-man defense. They have played much of the contest. Driving shot is up and good by Macy Delosier. Her second bucket of the game. Down with it, McKnight trying a 3, and she'll hit it from the left wing. 14 for Presley. Her fourth three. And there's a loose ball. Hampton looked like she might have the steal, but it's taken back by Coalgate, and Ellison comes away with the steal. Hampton crash into the floor. Let's stay in the game. Six minutes remaining. Beecham up with it. Coalgate extending the defense now. Ellison's going to drive in. Pull up. Shot is good from about 6 feet. Tiani now with 15 to lead the scoring for Silo. Down with it. Delosier trying a three. It's no good. Hampton tied up with one of the Lady Cats on the rebound. But Beecham gets the loose ball. Down with it. Drive inside by McKnight. Lost it out of bounds off the leg of one of the Lady Wildcats. Inbounds goes Ellison. Shot is up and good, although she took another beating on that one. Scores, however. She scored the last four now, actually. 6 in the quarter, and Hampton pressuring out on the perimeter defensively, commits the foul on the bump there. 15 foul. Hampton's third. Inbounds pass is knocked away and going to stay with Coalgate. Here comes Riley Pierce, Michaela Clark in. 5:20 to go. Lady Rebels cruising to win number 19 on the season. Inbounds, and we're going to have a whistle and going to call a violation on Riley Pierce for reaching over the out-of-bounds line and knock that ball away. But just a warning there. Next one would result in a technical foul as Coalgate now has it. There's a pass inside, knocked away. Ellison deflected that one. Out with it in transition. Hampton's going to be called for an offensive foul. Went crashing into one of the Lady Cat defenders. That's her fourth. Going to stay in the game with the 4 fouls. Drive by Delosier. Stops. Now she's in trouble. That pass is knocked away by Ellison. Now it's tied up by Pierce, and Delosier trying to fight for the ball, and right there with Riley Pierce, possession arrow goes to Silo. As it's going to be another Coalgate turnover. 61-28 Silo. Down with it, Clark. Passes back out front. Here's Pierce. Cut off on the drive. Clark's going to pull the trigger on a three, and it's no good. Going to have a whistle, and there's a foul on Charlie Hampton, and she is fouled out of the game. Hampton fouls out on the push in the back there. Hilaria Bell's back in. Hampton fouls out, and we will go to the other end to shoot free throws. Charlie with 3 points coming off the bench tonight. At the line is Madison Flint, and her free throw is good on the 1-and-1. Here's the next one, and it's too hard off the back iron. Ellison has her 11th rebound on that one. Down with it, Pierce. Has it right wing, pass back out front, and Fuller comes away with the steal, driving down, shot is no good. Rebound off the Bell, coming back the other way. Here's Silo. Ellison for three, and it's up and good. Ellison catching fire offensively now. After Coalgate forced to extend the defense a little bit. Three on the other end is no good. Pierce tracks down the rebound. And Ellison down with it off to Clark. Back out front. Bell's going to try a three and hit it. Lady Rebels just lighting it up tonight. And subs now checking in. Maybe the night for Bell and Ellison. 3:36 to go. Cash Atwood is back in. Rainey Matheny checks in. Down with it, Delosier. That one's stolen by Atwood. Here comes Atwood. Drives all the way down. Kicks it back out to Clark. Now they'll swing it. Pierce. Here's Matheny for three, and it's no good left wing. Rebound is off the Wardrobe for the Lady Cats. They work it down the court. Pass off, Wardrobe. Now, she's got Atwood all over her. They keep pushing and shoving. Officials letting it go. Now, pass back out. Wardrobe. Toss inside. A driving shot. A foul is whistled there on Michaela Clark. Clark picks up her second personal. And the free throws up and good by Mannion. Mannion hits the free throw. Has her 8th point. Now offensive rebound put back up and in by Riley Blue. Riley Blue just checked in the game, gets the bucket. 67-32. Here's Michaela Clark. Back out to Beecham. Drive all the way down. Atwood inside. Toss out. Matheny for three. It's no good left corner. And the rebound is off to Coalgate. Aaron pass stolen away by Michaela Clark. Outlet to Atwood. Drives all the way inside, and she's going to be fouled going up for the shot. Lost it for a second, but she was able to regain control. And Cash Atwood will shoot free throws, looking for her first points tonight. And going to get the nice roll. Makes the first. Next one is no good, too long. Rebound off to Coalgate. Aubrey Mannion. Now bringing it down is Jordana Fuller. Wardrobe drives all the way inside. Misses the shot, but an offensive board for the Lady Cats. Fuller missed the three. Wardrobe has another offensive rebound. Rebound loose this time, picked up there by Pierce. Pierce all the way down with it. Toss Matheny trying another three. Right wing is good. Another three for Silo on the Matheny three. Third time was the charm there as a steal by Michaela Clark. Here comes Clark down. They swing it. Now back inside. Shot no good by Pierce. Actually, Riley came up with the steal on the other end, but couldn't connect inside. Here's a steal by Beecham. Now down. Atwood feeds Clark, cutting to the basket. The shot is up and good. Michaela Clark has her first points, and more subs in now for Silo. Carly Gardner. Keely McClary. Sydney Wiley's in the game also. And a steal here by Matheny. Going to drive all the way in. Layup is good. has her 5th point. Three and a two. Under a minute to go here. Blue toss inside. Now it's knocked away. Saved by Wiley. Wiley has it. Outlet pass down. Matheny going to dribble it across the midcourt line. Feed. Back out. Three on the way. It's no good. Rebound inside to Coalgate with 12 seconds to go. That may do it. Down with it. Pass goes, and a foul's going to be called on Sydney Wiley with 3.9 seconds remaining. And Mannion's free throw is good. She's in double digits. Next one is no good. Loose ball inside. McClary has it. Tied up there. And going to be Coalgate ball on the arrow. Inbound. Shot up and no good. And that's the ball game. 75-32 is the 33 is the final. 75-33. Get that last free throw added in, and Lady Rebels going to win it and improve to 19-7 on the season. Let's see, looking at the final scoring numbers tonight. Going to have the district championship trophy presentation.
At this time, we'd like to present the district championship to the 2022 Silo Lady Rebels.
And the Lady Rebels presented the district championship plaque. As they win it tonight, 75-33 is the final. And looking at the final scoring numbers for this one, for the Silo Lady Rebels, 4 players in double figures, as they had 4 in double digits after the third quarter. Leading the way, Tiani Ellison ends up with 20 points, 11 rebounds, 4 block shots, 6 steals. She filled up the stat sheet tonight, did the 6'1 junior. Alaria Bell added 16 to go along with 5 rebounds, and she blocked 4 shots. 4 3-pointers for Bell tonight. Let's see, Presley McKnight hit 4 threes as well. She finished with 14. 10 points for Shaylin Midgley, had a couple of trays. 5 for Rainey Matheny off the bench, 4 for Riley Pierce. And then Charlie Hampton scored 3 before fouling out, 2 for Michaela Clark, and 1 for Cash Atwood. 75 in total for the Lady Rebels, who hit 13 3-pointers on the night and improved to 19-7 on the season. For Coalgate, actually, I said Mannion hit double digits. She ended up with 9 points. 5 out of 8 at the line in the second half. 9 points as well for Madison Flint to lead the scoring for Coalgate. They also picked up 4 from Macy Delosier, 3 for Jordana Fuller, and then 2 points apiece for Brady Wardrope, as well as Faith Grant. Eva Parker had 2, and Riley Blue off the bench added 2 as well for the Lady Cats, 33 in total. As Coalgate drops to 5-15 on the season. Both these teams will be back in action right here in Silo on Thursday in regional action, Class 2A regional, sub-regional play. Coalgate will play at 1:30 on Thursday in the losers bracket of the regional tournament. And Silo will be back in action 6:30 in the regional winners bracket on Thursday. The Lady Rebels and Lady Cats matched up with either Hayworth or Savannah. They are playing another district tomorrow night. And the winner to meet Silo on Thursday night, and the loser to play Coalgate in that 1:30 contest on Thursday afternoon. We'll have the Silo game for you Thursday night as well, right here on SiloRebels.tv. So that's going to about do it for now. For the girls' action, we'll be back with Lady Rebel basketball once again next Thursday night, 6:30, the tip-off time, in the sub-regional right here in Silo. Boys game coming up next, about 13 minutes away from the start of that one, and you can tune in for that on the boys link, which should be up shortly here in about 5 minutes from now. So until Thursday night, for girls action, I'm Kevin Farr. I'll say thanks to my cameraman, Chris Rowland, for this girls contest. Lady Rebels win 75-33 and are your district champions.